Okay. How do you support the diverse racial, ethnic, linguistic, and cultural experiences of families, other early childhood professionals, and partners in the communities?
I think the biggest thing to um, the diversity with racial, ethnic, and linguistic cultural experience, I think most of it is you have to keep an open mind and be sensitive to other people's points of view and cultural upbringing, and to make that known to kids that this is how we accept and work with people of different beliefs and different um, upbringing.
Awesome. What do you do to recognize and to address your unconscious bias against families, other childhood professionals, and partners in the community?
What I think is just taking a moment to again open my mind and accept other people's differences and not try to impose my beliefs and views on them. Um, so I'm trying to be very mindful of thinking before I speak to make sure that I am, um, politically correct. I don't want to offend anybody, especially being a professional in the field.
Yeah.
Just again, to stop and think, am I being totally open-minded? So I again take a moment before I put that out there because I know there is that unconscious bias, but I try to stop myself and think openly before I put it out there, I guess.
Well, that's beautiful. What are the theoretical concepts influencing your partnerships with families, other early childhood professionals, and partners in the community?
Um, Theoretically, I want to include everybody's thoughts, ideas, opinions, beliefs. So I guess in theory, to try to again just keep the open mind and the lines of communication open. Because if you start offending people or whatever, then things get
Harry.
pushed aside. Yeah, yeah. So
Okay. How do you use community resources to support families, other early childhood professionals, and partners in the community?
um, I try to keep informed on what's available in the community to help um, maybe families that are struggling with who knows whether it's finding food banks or finding a um, early childhood um, person to help evaluate their kiddo. Um, because we are the professionals, and parents come to us to say, "Hey, where should I get my kid's eyes checked? And do you have a good child dentist that you know, or in our area?" Um, so anything that might be of value to families with kids, I try to keep a resource packet, so to speak, so
Oh, that.
that they have places to reach out to see what they need to do to meet the needs of their kiddo.
Oh, that's wonderful. How do you assess the effectiveness of partnership strategies with families, other childhood professionals, and partners in the community? How do you assess the effectiveness?
How do I set that? I think it's just through communication.
Okay.
Because what I gave them may have met their needs or may not have met their needs. So again, it's just that communication and um, seeing parents and families and other professionals through to the end of whatever they're looking for, from start to finish. That you look at it and go, "Oh, that worked out great," or next time maybe I would add an additional resource. Or again, I think it all comes down to the communication and the I guess the relationship and the connection that you have with people.
Yeah.
It just comes from communication, being open, I guess.
Yes. Okay, 2 more questions.
Okay.
How do you problem solve and resolve families? Um, how do problem solving and resolve families, other childhood professionals, and partners in the community? How do you
Okay,
problem solve?
that's kind of worded funny, but yeah, I think problem solve. I think it's important to again listen, um, get everybody's ideas. The more ideas you have, the more selection and paths that people can go. Perhaps a suggestion that somebody makes will be one that the person or the group or the problem never considered. So that's again, being open and listening to everybody and putting value in what everybody has to say.
Okay. Okay, last question. Are there any recommendations you have for working effectively with families, other early childhood professionals, and partners in the community? Any recommendations you have?
I think the biggest thing is to put your own opinions and thoughts to the back of everything, and be open for communication and other people's ideas, and self-reflect and make sure um, that you're not putting out there just what you think, but that you can take everybody's information and um, help come up with a plan, a process. This is how we're going to accomplish this task at hand.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I thank you so much for your time.
You're very welcome.